Okay, so what I'm going to show you guys today is what we're doing on the back window of the 67 C10 shop truck. So in 1963, the Corvettes had a split window that makes them a very popular year. So what we're going to do is kind of mimic that and pay some homage to the split window and make a little piece here that's going to give us two different sections of glass and give us a little body mod. My dad that calls me 46 times a day. So we found this donor truck and we cut out this entire back section right here, and how we're going to achieve that split window is take this back section that we cut out. We're going to split this here, scoot this together, and then ultimately cut this out, and this will give us the same radius that the back window already has, and it'll use the same lines as the truck already has on it. So hopefully this works out for us and looks good in the end. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're just going to get a straight edge that I thought I had over here, but I do not. And we are going to make just a rough estimate center line down this thing so we can get it split in half. Doesn't really matter where it's at or how straight it is right now, and I'll show you why here in a minute. So we'll just split this on that line with our handy cutoff wheel. Pro tip of the day: plug in your electrical equipment. It works a lot better. And as always, here at Southside, safety third. I left my squinters at home, so. Abra, cadabra. So now that we've got that split in two pieces, what we can do now is overlap these two pieces and get them to where they're straightish, and we think we're going to like it. We'll go through and clean up these sides so it gets a little better, but then what we're going to do is we'll clamp these together once we find out how wide we want our actual split window to be, and then we'll make a line, cut them at the same time, so then we can stick them together and we know that that line lines up with the other one, so there's not a bunch of trimming and all that sort of nonsense. So now when you cut those two edges together, you see that it makes it a lot easier to get that straight and together. It doesn't matter how crooked the line is. That's why I didn't mark one. That's why I didn't follow one. And we'll be cutting the bottom off. So yeah, that's how we'll end up cutting this out, leaving the radius edge a little bit to follow the curve of the window, and then trimming to make it fit. All right, so what I've done is went ahead and made another one of these because the structure on the back window is doubled. So there's going to be an inside and there's going to be an outside. So this is actually the top. Now you can see that we have the same radius of the outside of the window curve on both sides to make the split. So let's get it up in there and see how it fits. Okay, so what we're doing now is you can see that this part was this part, this part was this part, and we just basically section this center out a little bit to make it pull in. So try to line that up with the center as best we can. Set that over. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we're going to have our split window. We'll get the top of it, of the cab, cut out here. We'll lay that back into it so it meets up with the sheet metal body line. Go ahead and do some pinch welds on this one, and then get our inside, make a little sandwich, and then we can make some patterns for our glass and get them sent off to the glass folks. So you can come see this July 8th completed at the Southwest Street Rod Nationals at the fairgrounds, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Working on the Pontiac bomb, about to set it on the ground, doing all the air management. We got all the suspension work reconfigured and installed, and like I said, doing air management, getting the tank, compressors, they're all mounted, everything's hooked up, all the bags are plumbed, and now we're going to run the wiring for the controllers up front, and should be wrapped up with it pretty soon. All right, we wrapped up on the Pontiac this morning. Got it all bagged and suspension's all lined out, and it's looking excellent. Pretty stoked with how everything turned out. Lays out nice, goes up and down smooth. Just got to get it off to alignment and go cruise it and see how it does. Y'all want to see how this thing lays out and goes up and down? Let's check it out. All right, we've done the Slam Specialty bags on this thing all the way around, so they get pretty low and they get pretty high. They don't expand, which is great, and they have an internal bump stop also. So we get a maximum 8 inches of lift the way I installed everything. That's key to bagging something, is you want to get the bag as compressed as possible at the lowest point the vehicle can get. That way it can get the maximum lift. And as you can see right now, this thing is taller than probably factory ride height, which is awesome. So there's plenty of clearance. And set it down. That's as low as you can get with one of these without doing, you know, a Mustang 2 front end, or, you know, chopping into the back, notching it, and getting into the floorboard, which our customer did not want to do. He wanted to keep all the body and everything all original. Still got the original straight 8 engine in it, so definitely a cool poncho.
It's splattered on my face, dude. I'm gonna vomit, dude. It's not funny, Jake. Shit happens. Look, I got a splatter on my fucking eyelid. Gross. Hi, Jake.